You don't fry my chicken. Anyways, hello my brothers and sisters. This video goes out to all the brothers and all the sisters. Anyways, whether you're 10, 13, 15, 18, 20, 22, 21, 25, 30, 35, 40, 18, a brother or a sister, this video is for everybody. So let's get right into it. Simple as this. What do you want to do with your life? What do you want to be when you grow up? The last thing you want to have happen to you is to live your life full of regret. You don't want to have a dream or goal that you have at a young, tender age. But then when you get older, you're in your 30s and 40s, and you have a wife and kids, you don't want to be saying, while you're taking care of your kid, thinking, gee, when I was younger, I should have pursued that more. You don't want to live your life full of regret, If you have a dream or goal right now, pursue it. Simple as that, I know some friends who I thought they should have been something more than what they are today, now that they work at, flipping burgers and stuff like that. And it's so sad to see, because and that's why I like kids so much. You ask most kids, not all kids, because not all kids are as fortunate as others, but you ask most kids, what do they want to do with their life? And they always say like a dream job, or it's a job that's not easy to get. They always say, oh dude, I want to be a singer, an actor, a policeman, a firefighter, a doctor, a nurse, a basketball player, a football player, whatever. They always have a dream job, But if you ask older people, like in their 18s and 20s and 25s even, or 30s, and stuff like that, you ask them, what do they want to do? They still have dreams and goals, because I don't think that ever goes away. Everyone wants to be successful in life. Everyone wants to have the money. Everyone wants to have big houses and cars and stuff like that. Everyone wants to have that. But it's like once you get older in life, it's like you start to look at life in a different way. You start to say, who am I to have this special job? When other people have jobs and they're struggling to pay the bills, and who am I to be famous and be making these millions of dollars? What makes me so special from these other people? If you have that mindset, and I actually do have that mindset, but if you have that mindset also, we have to find a way to change it. Because, that's not a good mindset to have. If you're looking, because let me say this, I love basketball. I'm black, so that was probably, I didn't even have to say that. Anyways, I love basketball. But, I started losing interest in basketball. One, because I was playing it too much. I did start to lose interest in it. But even when I would play, I would sometimes doubt myself that how good I can be, because I would see people who I know some people who they are freaking amazing in basketball. I think that, and they're trying out to get in the D League or the NBA and stuff like that, and they can't even make it, and they're so much better than I am. Then my mindset becomes, dude, this dude blows me out of the water in basketball, and yet he can't make it. Who am I to even try to make it? If you have that mindset, you really need to change it. You can do whatever you want in life. And I know that sounds cliche, but seriously, you can do whatever you want in life. It all depends on how much work and determination are you willing to put forth in that. A lot of people have these jobs or dream jobs that they want to do, but honestly, they don't work hard for it. They either get lazy or say, I'll do it tomorrow. No, you can't do that. If you really want to pursue a dream in your life, you're going to have to work at it every single day. You have to perfect your craft every single day. Some people I know, they want to become a rapper just because of what comes with being a rapper, which is money, cars, clothes, hoes. But, you know, they want to be a rapper just for that. And, you know, it's like they have no passion for it. And, you know, if you're going into something with no passion, you will not make it that far, you know. For instance, I know a lot, I mean, this is, you know, completely different from what an actual dream job is. But still, I mean, this is a perfect example. You know, some people who are trying to get into YouTube today, they're doing it just because they know they can become a YouTube partner and make money off of doing vids. And, you know, if you're coming into the mindset with that, you won't make it that far because you don't even want to make videos. You just want to make money. Am I right? And, you know, if you don't have a passion for something, you won't make it that far. You know, most of these wealthy people, they had a passion for what they did. Like, for instance, Bill Gates. He had a passion for what he did, and then the money came later. It doesn't work the other way around. There's not the money first, and then the passion. You always have a passion for something, and then later on, the money starts coming in. So, yeah, I mean, if you have a dream or goal and you're really passionate about it, you know, I mean, that's your first step. At least you have a passion about something. But the second step is to work at it constantly, every single day. And, you know, it's sad to see when I think people who have so much talent and they can be what they are trying to be, they don't end up being that, you know, because either they got lazy in their life or they got caught up and, you know, had a baby, and, you know, then, you know, they have to care for, you know, they don't really even have enough time for themselves no more. It's sad to see things like that. So the last thing you want to do is live your life in regret. So if you have a goal, you have to pursue it. You have to. And I'm going to try to do the same thing. I mean, I'm 19. I feel like my life is over. Like, I be so hard on myself sometimes, but you really have to start working at whatever you want to be in life. Like right now, I want to do something with the games. You know, we all know I love games. That's why my name is The Gamer 2323. I don't name myself The Gamer 2323 for nothing. No, I love playing games, and I would just find it awesome if I could, you know, do something with games, whether it be game tests, game design, review games for the. I just want to do something with games. Everyone wants to wake up in the morning and open their eyes and say, "What a beautiful day. I have to go to work today." And, you know, most people who have jobs, they don't even like their job. You know, you always hear people say, "Oh, I gotta work tomorrow." You know, you don't want to have that in life. Everyone wants to be able to wake up and say, "Oh, what another day. I get to go to work today." You know, that's a job I think everyone wants to have. But it's not easy to get to that point, you know. What else should I say to make myself sound like I know what I'm talking about? No, but I mean, it's simple as that. You know, if you have a dream or goal and you're not pursuing it just because you have doubts or whatever, you really need to change your mindset. You know, I know a lot of people who are trying to do something in life, but their friends are discouraging them, or even their own family, because it comes to that sometimes, you know. So if you are around people who know what you want to do in life, but they're trying to tell you of why you should not do that, or they're trying to say, "Dude, you can't do that." Do you know how hard it is to do that? If you have people like that, you need to disconnect yourself from that crowd and find a crowd of positive people, all trying to do big things, all trying to, you know, encourage you to be what you want to be in life. You know, you never want to live your life in regret, is all I'm saying, you know. So I mean, even for girls, you know, even if you want to be a hairstylist or an actress, whatever, you better freaking work on hair every single day of your life, or you better sing every single day of your life. You have to practice at it. Practice? We talking about practice? If you guys don't know where that came from, just let's move on. Anyways, but yeah, man, that's all I have to say in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, I greatly appreciate it if you rate the video, my brothers and sisters. It does not have to be a thumbs up. Guess what? It could be a thumbs down. But what I do ask every brother and every sister is to just rate the video, my brothers and sisters. So until then, I'll catch y'all in my next video. If you have a dream or a goal, go after it, because it's not going after you.